Okay, here I am in a glacier river in the Olympic Peninsula of Washington. And it's time for my annual back to school video. And so I was thinking, every year I sit down and I start trying to think about what our next year is going to bring and what we're going to do. And it was tough this year. I mean, we finally had a change of personnel, finally got rid of Chris, that schmuck. We have Jason coming in. But it's not a huge change. Jason isn't a first-year teacher. He knows what he's doing. We all kind of know what we're doing. Scott keeps talking about we got to get better, we got to change. But, I mean, come on. We know what we're doing, right? We're Blue Valley Social Studies. We kind of, what's worked for us has always worked. But then that struck me as I was sitting here in this glacial river, freezing my butt off, thinking, this is really uncomfortable. And how all the time I talk to my kids about being uncomfortable and not settling for the chains of comfort. And I think that describes us. We've all taught our same classes now for at least 4 years. We're probably pretty good at it. We do a pretty good job. Most of our kids learn. When Scott talks about us needing to change and, get on the same board with formative, I can't remember the vocab, I'm so cold. With all these things he wants to change, I think a lot of times that just goes in our ear and out the other because we do a pretty darn good job. So I think the challenge this year is going to be looking for a little bit of discomfort. If you haven't gotten it yet, Scott is getting ready to send out his grading book, and hopefully that makes us feel a little weird. Based on our last discussion before we left for break, I think there was some disagreement there, so I'm curious to see how that goes. But I don't want to run from this. I'm going to encourage you to enjoy the rest of your summer, but then come back ready to do some uncomfortable things. Okay? Have a good rest of the summer.